Welcome to Hollywood Echoes, where we uncover the untold stories behind the glitz and glamour of Tinseltown. Today, we're diving into the heartbreaking tales of famous actresses who took their own lives. Women who captivated audiences with their talent, but battled inner demons behind the scenes. Hollywood may shine bright on the surface, but for many it hides a much darker reality. What drove these stars to such tragic ends? Stay with us as we explore the painful truth behind the industry's most sorrowful losses. Marilyn Monroe, the tragic icon. Marilyn Monroe was one of the most famous actresses in Hollywood history, but behind the glamorous image was a life filled with pain and struggle. From a turbulent childhood spent in foster homes to failed marriages and a constant battle with depression, she was always searching for love and stability. The pressure of fame only intensified her inner turmoil, and she turned to drugs and alcohol as a means of escape. Her relationships with powerful men, including President John F. Kennedy and his brother Robert, added to the mystery surrounding her life. On August 5th, 1962, she was found dead in her Los Angeles home, an apparent overdose of barbiturates. Officially ruled a suicide, her death remains one of Hollywood's greatest mysteries, with countless conspiracy theories suggesting foul play or political involvement. Decades later, Monroe is still remembered as a tragic beauty, a woman who captivated the world but was ultimately consumed by the pressures of fame. Jean Seberg, a victim of political persecution. Jean Seberg was not just a talented actress, she was a fearless activist who used her platform to support the civil rights movement. However, her involvement in controversial causes made her a target for the FBI's COINTELPRO program, which sought to discredit and destroy individuals they deemed a threat. She was subjected to relentless surveillance, wiretapping, and vicious smear campaigns, including a fabricated story that she was pregnant with a Black Panther leader's child. The stress of these attacks took a severe toll on her mental health, leading to repeated suicide attempts. By the late 1970s, Seberg was a shell of her former self, struggling with depression and paranoia. On August 30th, 1979, she was found dead in her car in Paris, having overdosed on sleeping pills. A suicide note revealed the immense suffering she endured. Many believe she was psychologically destroyed by the US government, a tragic example of how even the most talented and courageous individuals can be broken by ruthless political persecution. Peg Entwistle, the girl who jumped from the Hollywood sign. Peg Entwistle's story is perhaps the most haunting, cautionary tale of Hollywood's dark side. Born in Wales and raised in the US, she dreamt of becoming a great actress, making a name for herself on Broadway before attempting to transition to the silver screen. However, the cutthroat nature of the industry crushed her dreams, and she found herself facing constant rejection. As work dried up and financial struggles mounted, depression took hold. On the night of September 18, 1932, she climbed the iconic Hollywood sign, removed her coat, and leapt from the letter H to her death. In a cruel twist of fate, a letter offering her a promising film role arrived after her suicide, too late to change her destiny. Her story remains a chilling reminder of the brutal nature of Hollywood, where dreams can be made or mercilessly shattered. Today, many believe her spirit lingers near the famous sign, a ghostly figure forever tied to the city of broken dreams. Dalida, the star, who couldn't escape her pain. Dalida, born in Cairo to Italian parents, became a legendary figure in the world of music and film, captivating audiences with her powerful voice and striking beauty. However, behind the dazzling career and international fame lay a woman burdened by a profound sadness. Dalida's life was marked by a series of personal tragedies, including the suicide of her lover, which deeply affected her. She struggled with feelings of isolation, heartbreak, and a constant search for inner peace. Despite her success, she was never able to find lasting happiness. She endured several failed relationships, often feeling rejected and misunderstood by those closest to her. In 1987, after years of emotional pain and mental anguish, Dalida took her own life with an overdose of sleeping pills. Her final note, which read simply, "Life has become unbearable," highlighted the depth of her suffering. Dalida's death shocked the world, but it also served as a tragic reminder that even the brightest stars can be haunted by darkness, unable to escape the pain that lingers beneath their public persona. Misty Upham, a mystery that remains unsolved. Misty Upham was a rising star in Hollywood, known for her powerful performances in films like Frozen River and August, Osage County. A proud Native American actress, Misty broke barriers in the industry, but behind her success, she faced ongoing struggles with mental health and the racial discrimination that plagued her career. Despite her talent, she was often typecast and had difficulty finding roles that fully showcased her abilities. In 2014, Misty's life took a tragic turn when she went missing, sparking an intense search that captivated the media. Weeks later, her body was found at the base of a ravine near her home in Washington. The circumstances surrounding her death remain unclear, and while some have speculated that she took her own life, others believe foul play may have been involved. Misty's case remains a mystery, and her death is a painful reminder of the challenges faced by Native American actors in an industry that often overlooks their voices. Her life, marked by both triumph and tragedy, ended far too soon, leaving behind an unresolved narrative that continues to haunt those who knew her. Lupe Vélez, a scandalous tragedy. Lupe Vélez was a fiery and passionate actress, one of the first Latina stars to make her mark in Hollywood. Known for her vibrant personality and daring roles, she quickly became a sensation in the 1930s. However, her personal life was marred by scandal and heartbreak. Lupe's career was often overshadowed by tumultuous relationships and emotional struggles. In 1944, after finding herself pregnant and unable to handle the pressures of her personal and professional life, she tragically took an overdose of sleeping pills. Her death became one of the most sensationalized stories of early Hollywood, with rumors and falsehoods spreading quickly through the tabloids. Some even speculated that she had been driven to suicide by the fear of scandal, while others blamed the intense emotional toll of a relationship gone wrong. Lupe's tragic end was a shocking moment in Hollywood history, and her legacy is forever tied to the scandal and sorrow that surrounded her life. Despite the tragic circumstances of her death, she remains an icon of early cinema, remembered for her beauty, talent, and fierce spirit. Carole Landis, a heartbreak that led to tragedy. Carole Landis, a promising star of the 1940s, seemed to have it all: beauty, talent, and the world at her feet. But behind the glamorous exterior, her personal life was one of deep sorrow. Landis fell in love with actor Rex Harrison, only to be crushed when he refused to leave his wife for her. Heartbroken and unable to cope with the rejection, she spiraled into despair. The emotional toll of this unrequited love was too much for her to bear. In 1948, Landis tragically took her own life by overdosing on barbiturates, leaving behind a note filled with sorrow. Her untimely death shocked Hollywood, and her story became a poignant reminder of the fragility of love and the devastating impact it can have when it goes unreturned. Carole Landis may have faded from the spotlight, but her tragedy remains a part of Hollywood's darker history, a life lost to a broken heart. Veronica Lake, a star who faded away. Veronica Lake was once the epitome of 1940s glamour, an actress known for her platinum blonde hair and captivating presence on screen. She was a true icon of the era, known for her roles in films like Sullivan's Travels and This Gun for Hire. However, the pressures of fame took a toll on her personal life. As her career began to fade, Lake turned to alcohol to cope with her declining mental health. The glamorous star of Hollywood's golden age became a shadow of her former self. Her struggles with alcoholism and depression led to the decline of both her career and personal life. By the time of her death in 1973, she had been largely forgotten by the public. Lake passed away from cirrhosis of the liver, a tragic result of years of alcohol abuse. Her life, once filled with promise and excitement, ended quietly and in obscurity. Veronica Lake's legacy is a bitter-sweet one, a star whose brilliance was dimmed by her inner demons, a shining example of how fame can be both a gift and a curse. Gia Scala, a life lost to darkness. Gia Scala was a stunning actress whose beauty and talent captivated audiences in the 1950s and 1960s. However, despite her success, Gia struggled with deep feelings of loneliness and depression. Hollywood, with its superficial charm and intense pressures, seemed to offer little solace. Her career, which had once seemed full of promise, was marred by a series of personal battles. As the years went on, Gia found herself sinking deeper into despair, unable to escape the shadows that loomed over her. In 1972, she was found dead from a drug and alcohol overdose, and her death was ruled a suicide. Gia Scala's tragic end serves as another stark reminder of the dark side of fame and the toll it can take on the mental health of those caught in its orbit. She was a beautiful star whose brilliance was dimmed too soon, a life lost to the pressures of Hollywood and the darkness of her own mind. Skye McCole. Bartusiak, a young star gone too soon. Skye McCole Bartusiak was a rising star, known for her role as Mel Gibson's daughter in the film The Patriot. As a child actress, Skye showed immense talent and potential, earning recognition for her performances and capturing the hearts of audiences. However, as she grew older, Skye struggled with the pressures of fame and the personal demons that often accompany it. She battled mental health issues, including depression and addiction, which made it difficult for her to maintain her once promising career. In 2014, at the young age of 21, Skye McCole Bartusiak tragically passed away from an accidental overdose. Her untimely death shocked those who had followed her career and left a sense of unfinished promise. Skye's legacy is one of talent and potential, a young star whose light was extinguished far too soon. The tragedy of her death serves as a somber reminder of the challenges faced by young actors and the devastating impact of addiction. The stories of these actresses serve as haunting reminders of the hidden struggles behind fame. While their legacies live on, their tragedies should never be forgotten. If you found this video insightful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more shocking Hollywood stories. And remember, sometimes the brightest stars burn out the fastest. Until next time, this is Hollywood Echoes signing off.